Hello there out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for lending me your time and your ear and listening into another idea that would work on the Wii U. And this is another board game, Battleship. Now, honestly, Battleship should be pretty damn self-explanatory. I shouldn't need to tell people how Battleship would work on the Wii U, and it would work on the 3DS the exact same way. So it would work for both of them. But series is about the Wii U. Literally, the TV could be the front part of the board where you're looking at the map and trying to guess where you're going to place your hits, and the gamepad would be the bottom board, and it obviously would switch back and forth. Like, I would have the bottom screen, since the touch screen is what you'd be using to, one, place your ships, and two, place your attacks on the board. Like, so when you are in an attack phase, the the attack board comes down to your gamepad screen, and your ships, they go to the television screen, so it just flips them. So you could literally play this game without the television on at all if you really wanted to. But for reference, it just makes it easier, where you can see the board, or you can see where your stuff is and plan your attacks accordingly. So what I would do is, well, I basically explained it literally. Use the touch screen to just tap where you're going to, one, place your ships or place your attacks. Now, not saying this game couldn't be played with a Pro Controller, because it could be played with a Pro Controller, and at that point, the reverse effect would happen. It would just have the stuff up on the main screen, it would keep it there, and it would just divide the screens for you. But that's why having the option would be nice. You'd have a Wii U game, you'd have gamepad mode, and then you'd have other controller mode, which could be using the Pro Controller, using the Wii Remote, or using, I guess, the classic controller. I don't think that would make much sense if you got the Pro Controller already. So basically, gamepad, Pro Controller, and classic controller. I mean, not classic controller. Gamepad, Pro Controller, and Wii Remote. Oh gosh, how did I screw that one up? I don't know how, but I did. Because obviously the screen would have to be the same for using the Pro Controller or the gamepad. Using the Pro Controller or the Wii Remote. The Wii Remote, obviously, you're pointing at the screen, pop pop. Same thing as using it as a touch screen on the the gamepad. Basically the same thing. At this point, you're just pointing with the Wii Remote, click, click, and you're done. It's just like using it like a mouse. But with having the advantage of using the gamepad will give you the advantage of having the camera, where you can basically, if you choose to, make it an option. You could choose to have your face be in the game, like actual live video, like somebody can see you and you can talk back and forth while playing the game against them. That would be cool. Like, just put that in there. So you could see your opponent, you could talk trash to your opponent. I mean, they don't necessarily have to. Like I said, they don't have to put themselves on the camera. Like, whereas more or less you'd have the option to choose where both of you are on camera or neither of you are on camera. Like, you could choose that type of matchup. Now, obviously, this would have to have like a single player mode where you can play more challenging preset battles with varying conditions, which would unlock which would give you bigger and better ships to unlock, which you could take into playing online and multiplayer, or playing at home in multiplayer, depending on how you're playing it. So it could have a local, which would be cool. But that gives one person the advantage with the gamepad, unless you're like sitting in two separate rooms divided by a very narrow wall or something, which that could be interesting. Damn, my brain is running through all the things that you could do with Battleship on the Wii U. Let's see, I'm thinking. I think I've kind of run through everything. I feel like I've run through everything. There's got to be something, though, because I've got this thought in the back of my mind. There's something I'm missing. I've talked about a brief, just like a single player campaign to kind of unlock better ships and stuff for you to play. Local co-op, not local co-op, local versus, and then online versus. That's about it. And obviously a leaderboard, but not a whole lot of people really give a damn about the leaderboard being there because they're so used to one being there. And I guess have a feature to be able to directly invite people into the game. If let's say take the direct invite feature from Smash. There you go. Which I think should actually be in basically all of the Wii U's multiplayer games like that, but that's something that Nintendo has to work out for the next console, since obviously they're not going to be pushing it for Wii U. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, well, yeah, have it also on the 3DS and then have cross-platform play with the 3DS. So that's about it. Yep, I think that's it. That's it. There's nothing else I can really add to it. Yeah, that's it. Or a multiplayer, a local multiplayer mode where you could use the 3DSs. See, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew something else was gonna come up for me. Have a multiplayer mode where you can use the 3DSs like the little Battleship boards. And I don't know why this didn't occur to me. But the Wii U could be used as a main scoreboard. So you could have up to 4 people playing this all at once at the same time, playing against each other, and they're using their 3DSs, whether it's a 3DS, 2DS, or a new 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS. That would be the only other thing I can think of that would actually make this kind of fun, especially for a party type situation. So you could have DS download play and have 4 separate people with 3DSs playing against each other, and all of them attacking each other depending on who has their turn. That makes it better. That makes it so much better. I didn't even think about that at first, and I knew there was something that was missing. That integration would make it better. And then I'm done. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me, and until the next time, enjoy games.